There
I
has
say
to be
we
three
all
of
get
you,
along.
not one of you.
Alright.
One person can't control everything. In terms of your multiverse, I obviously control everything beyond that.
Okay, so, okay, I have to ask again. When you eventually teleport us all back, is Raptor gonna stay in the past?
Yes.
Okay. And also, can you turn me back into a man? I don't know if you do favors, but I don't like this.
I don't do favors.
Okay. God
I
damn it.
mean, wait until we get those fucking powers, and then boom, you'll be a
I
man
don't
again.
think I think that was only a grimy thing.
The gods
Would be
can
pretty
choose their
convenient if
form.
I remember.
So
It was
this
back.
is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. You all need to figure out how you're going to kill the gods. Give me my hammer.
Okay.
You need to figure out how you're going to kill the gods and take their powers in order to bring peace to the multiverse. But what I will do for you is give you more time.
Thank you.
Because you definitely need it.
What do I tell anyone?
Don't tell them.
What happens when I leave?
What do you mean, what happens? You go back to wherever you were. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen your episodes.
How are we going to defeat the gods?
I don't know.
As I know it's a hard speech to say, but nothing's impossible.
Of course it's not.
You might want to go speak. I mean, who says you have to kill Infinity and Aftermath?
You said that we have to take the mantle of the universe. You said last time it was an option.
He didn't
But
fully say
who
that. He said that we
you
need to.
have to kill them?
He
Zero
mentioned
has
that
all
we
the
should.
power.
From
Zero has their powers. He just gave some of his powers to them so they could monitor other parts of the multiverse, have their own specific roles.
From
So
what I
even if
know,
we
that
got
they used to be
Aftermath
regular
and-
people too.
Yep.
But with them
Bingo.
two together.
The zero is the 0 point. Aftermath and Infinity, they used to just be normal humans.
So kind of like
So-
Hot Zone. Wait.
Oh, so we just have to take their powers. We don't have to kill them.
You don't have to take their powers at all.
Their
How do you
powers
get
are
that much
a
power
Zero's
fragment
the
of what's
zero?
in.
Zero's the one. Their power is only a fragment of Zero's powers.
A small
Well,
one?
Infinity did it last time somehow.
Yeah, the Infinity did kill Zero before.
How?
Ask him.
Well, I was thinking either ask him or it might be somewhere in his library, like the answer to it.
Either way, it's
I
I
a
don't
trip
think
to
you
the
would keep that in his
library.
library.
You're going to be going through books in his library forever. Plus, time passes differently in his library. So, do you really think that's a good idea? Well, in fact, you know, all of you do go. That'll be a great excuse to transition into Chapter 5 with another 20-year time skip.
What?
Okay then. This is something that I've been thinking about for a while. It's like when years go by, when you were in that library, how many years went by?
I don't remember.
Like
I've been
10
to
or
it so
something,
many
or
times.
20 or
Roll the
whatever.
dice. Sometimes it can be 2 years, sometimes it can be 5 years, sometimes it can be 10 years. You guys are fighting. You guys being with Deadeye caused you to be gone for 5 years.
Okay then.
And no, you being here with me, you're outside of time. You're outside of everything. Outside
So
of everything.
right now, our lives
Everything's
are on pause.
paused out here. Yeah,
Okay.
time is paused out here.
Alright.
There is no time out here. This is the end of time. You could hop on to that timeline and surf it all the way back to your past if you wanted to.
What would would that do?
Put you back in your past?
But what would that do to save anything?
Nothing. I was just saying.
If wait. Guys, if we bring back Grimy, will he be on our side?
No. Wait. I don't understand actually.
Raptor and Raz, you weren't there.
You said that you killed him.
We killed him because he wanted us to kill him. I'm
doesn't
saying
make
that if we
sense.
brought back Grimy, would he be on our side? Because that could be.
I don't want to use them again.
Who says that? Not to put any bad in your name. Who says that Grimy wanted himself to die was just the developer trying to tease that he was about to choose us or something?
The developer literally said that Grimy only wanted him to die, so we would come here.
That's literally what I just described.
I don't think he literally wanted to die. I think he was just.
Yeah, that was the point. I don't understand this so fucking much.
Okay. So.
I just want to be done with it.
Can you answer that question, developer?
What?
If we bring back Grimy, will he be on our side?
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think he wouldn't try and kill us, but I don't know if he'd be trying to help
He
us.
just willingly let you kill him because he knew that you guys needed to be here, right?
I'm saying I don't think he would try and kill us
If he
anymore.
did that, then I think he'd help, right?
The whole reason why he started his whole, thing was because we got his help. We used him. At
Yeah.
least that's what he
Well,
thought.
that's a big difference. It's the same reason this time. Except on a much grander scale.
understands.
Yeah.
I think if you were to see Grimy again, I think if the first thing would be for you to ask for his help again, he'd probably just kill all of you.
Really?
That's the very reason why he became unstable. Because people used him. Only ever talked to him when they needed his help.
That makes sense.
So like be his friend, or would
I
you
think
guys be
if
his
you
friends?
ever-
That's what I tried to
I
do.
think, I think that's a good end for Grimy.
So much more we could do.
I don't know.
Ultimately,
I don't know.
not nearly as good of an end for him, but
I
in
don't
terms
know.
of the situation, because to me it just seems like if I bring him back for you, you're just going to use him.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he won't let us use him, so.
It's
Not that I'm saying
the
that we
easy way
would've.
out.
Okay.
That's
This is
what I see it
what
as, right? Using Grimy as leverage to be able to get to things a lot easier instead of working for them, because he can just
This is
create
what
them.
I'm thinking. We need Infinity, one way or another, whether we need his power or we need him and his knowledge, because he knows how to kill Zero. Because he did it. So,
Yeah,
if we can talk to Infinity at all, which, I
I've
mean,
done it before. Recently, when I was,
someone might actually have to go to his library.
it wouldn't be the first time. I talked to him recently. He was sleeping. I woke him up from it.
I mean,
Infinity isn't at his library.
Okay, good. I'm assuming you can't. You're not gonna tell us where he is.
I'm trying to think if one of you had seen his wife. Because if one of you have seen his wife, then you would know that he's with her.
I don't know.
Which in that case I would call you stupid for not bringing that up. I'm trying to think if that happened in one of you guys' series or
his
one
wife
of
again?
the spin-offs. Serenade. I think Raptor has seen her before.
Well, Infinity wasn't. Was he?
I'm trying to
Raptor?
think. Was it Raptor?
It was
No,
a spin-off.
I-
It was Trey's.
Oh, okay.
Cut that out. You're on your last strike, punk.
May I play
It's
Sarah?
gonna be like that one clip from The Simpsons. You're just, the trap door's just gonna open.
Yeah.
All right, continuing.
Text.
I forgot that Green Eye was here. Green Eye's like banging on the door.
Shut up.
Like, no,
Text.
no.
Breaking.
Look.
Let me out, please!
Yeah. Green Eye's like just like, no, stop convincing him to save the multiverse.
Get your ass back in.
Please.
Stop!
Let me
Yeah,
in.
if Green Knight was here and he had a core life series character, he'd be like, I can't really give you any reason. It should just end, dude.
I peek out from the fucking thing. I look at female
Yeah,
dire.
Hey,
Smash.
Kirby, shut up. Anyways,
I'm about to-
continuing. So we find the Serenade and we find Infinity.
You find the Serenade?
I said we find
The
this
Serenade.
I said we
You
find.
said,
I don't know what her name is. I said
It's
You
this.
literally
Serenade.
just said it.
I said this. Jesus Christ.
It doesn't matter. Okay,
God, you guys are correcting my grammar when our
Bro,
lives
it doesn't
and everything that
fucking
we know
matter,
and
man.
love is about to end.
Chill.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, dude.
Go make me a sandwich.
So who's gonna wear the strap, Dyer? Your polarity.
Okay, well, that is very funny.
You know what? You said you answer any question, huh? Where's Infinity?
I don't know. It might be okay.
Wait. Not Where's Infinity. Where's Serenade?
Why would he tell us?
Well, the last place was the shore. As you guys may know, the main island was nuked by Alter.
I
That's not
didn't know
helpful.
that.
Oh,
So everyone there's just
so you've just been outside of reality, or like off the island?
It's a lot to explain.
All right then. I
You couldn't explain it, nor could I.
wait. I don't know if this was mentioned enough, but you know it's probably relevant.
So
No, it's I was gonna mention something that Ty had, but it's probably irrelevant.
So how do we get
Come on.
to? Okay, so we know how to get to Infinity, but how do we get to his wife?
We find his wife. Duh.
Oh, really?
we know how to get to Infinity.
Holy shit!
So she's somewhere in
She loves
our
water.
reality.
What?
She loves the water.
But she's somewhere in our reality, right?
Yeah.
She
Mhm.
loves the water.
So
I mean, there's a lot of
only
places
one reality
that
we
water
have to
where
search.
our whole,
Makes it a lot
our
easier.
whole thing is connected with islands. There's
Maybe she's
there's
on
whole
a
lot
boat
of
or
water.
something.
I won't be able to search. You
That one?
guys will be able to search.
Is Infinity in his human form?
Infinity is not in his human form.
I've got it.
Okay,
The
just-
yacht from season 2.
Get out. Okay.
Of chapter 4.
Oh Christ.
That's a prop.
Still be with Serenade. Serenade's in this reality. Where the fuck would that be?
Well, she likes water, but that could be literally
Water.
any coastline on any island.
There's not much. We find about
I mean, do you think that she'd hang out with those water?
Are you seriously telling me that all these little star-looking things are just realities?
Yep.
God, I'm gonna be sick.
What is the blue?
Think of it this way, Raz. You can have a multiverse, but then with a multiverse comes chaos.
So what?
Aren't
After we destroy
wasting
this,
time by talking
it's
to
just
you,
gonna be
or-
black
Oh wait, no, this is outside of time.
Yep.
darkness.
I'm gonna see all those little dots go away.
So
Like
those
tech
dots
power
are
technically
just.
don't need a
So
multiverse,
those
right?
dots are just rifts that
I
are
mean,
far
you don't
away,
have to
or-
conceal the
Oh!
multiverse if you want. You don't have to. If you want to let it branch again, you can. I'm just letting you know what will happen eventually again.
And we'll have to do it over.
So, are
And
all
over
these
and over
dots
again.
just rifts that are really far away, or are they like...
For the rest of
Yes,
time.
just have a 7 core, and that's all it is for the rest of time.
No, it'll
Until
branch
someone
out
breaks the
again.
multiverse.
It'll probably happen.
If we have the powers, though, how would someone break it?
Water. Oh, Deadeye was able to do it.
Deadeye didn't break the multiverse with the god's powers. Or he didn't free the multiverse with the god's powers.
What did
He
he
used the
do?
Nexus Point.
And that was before, and
That was before Zero was around. Zero's within the Nexus Point.
so with someone in the Nexus Point, it can't be.
Manipulated? Correct.
So what is he doing?
What is who doing? Zero?
0.
He's doing nothing. Like I said, you make the tough decisions. Well, you get purpose, but let me tell you, son, purpose is more burden than glory. So, you just pick your burden.
So,
And you never want to be the one who decides to be against it. Because then you won't be able to handle the burden. Pardon me, I'm just using quotes from Loki Season 2 at this point.
What's
if,
But it's
I
true.
don't...
Most purpose is more burden than glory. It's very hard to find purpose. In a multiverse so vast. But people like me, people like Zero, it's not glory. You think a throne at the end of time is glory?
no? In fact, I think the opposite.
I think it's very lonely.
It's a burden. But it's one I'm willing to live with. It's purpose. This is my purpose. Zero? He sits in a glowing orb. Have any of you seen inside the 0 point?
No.
It's very bright.
Well, no, there was. Remember back when the desert around the 0 point back in the old island?
How,
We
He didn't go in it.
What were you one of the idiots that jumped in it? Because I'm pretty sure that would have
No.
killed you if that...
what are you talking about?
How is this dude
You
still
also
alive?
didn't see the inside of it. You would have just either died or...
So
got
it's
sent
like what the
somewhere.
Foundation did.
Yep. Bingo. Again.
So... we
Except
just...
he did it for just a small fragment of time. But
Yep.
when he got out, it was like he was almost in like hypersleep.
So this orb...
that's what
this
you do.
Orb, this
Ain't nothing to
orb-
do but sleep. It's very boring.
So
So,
you're just
this orb-
soft to sleep forever, as long as you're in there.
Yeah. And if someone starts to disturb it, it'll disturb you.
So you become it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
A very simplified version, I guess. So, this orb that Zero sent, is the orb the 0 point, or is the orb inside?
It's the Nexus point. You can only get to the Nexus point in the Nexus reality. See how it works?
Are we able to go into the Nexus reality?
Yeah.
The rifts are right there. It's not gonna be that easy though, is it?
I mean, if you want to go to the Nexus reality right now, I mean, you can. I'm just saying you don't really
But-
have anything
Dire.
to go there for. I mean, if you want to go to 0 before you get the
Dire.
power to kill him, I mean, that just
Raptor,
seems like you're doing
don't-
things backwards.
After don't even, just don't.
Dad, you're trying to
No,
exclude me
there
from
was
this
no
conversation
Raptor,
like
no.
I wasn't chosen as well. You're the female. Shut up. Make me my dinner.
Don't
I'm not
fight.
excluding you from the conversation. I just know you were about to say something.
No, Dad, that's all.
This
That's
is
always
exactly
what you
why the
fucking
gods didn't get along.
exactly.
Can you just send me back?
No.
That could be beneficial for a lot of more than just.
You're a part of this. You don't just get to run away from it. We're all chosen, so we all bear the burden. Isn't that how it should be? We do it together. As the core of whatever the fuck this is. If we're gonna hold it together, we need to work together.
Well,
Even if we don't like each other. That's the difference that we're gonna make between the gods. Or we'll end up recreating history.
but as far as I'm aware, unless Rapper doesn't like me, we're all kind of fond of each other, so we shouldn't have that issue.
You were just arguing over something that slight. Now imagine
That's
having
caused the gods' downfall, arguing over trivial things.
a bigger burden means bigger problems, means you're probably gonna get a lot more agitated over something a lot more fast. Lot shorter temper. We need to control ourselves, okay?
Well,
I know I'm behind on
not-
everything, but seriously.
Well, it's like the developer
You
said.
do the
it's-
job, you make the big decision, you get your own throne, and you're on purpose.
Well, as
You get
like
your
the
own
developer
burden.
said, it is only gonna be 3 of us. Who's gonna?
Why
not
can't we
take it?
split creation and destruction?
That is Aftermath's job, and he does have both of them.
Because in order to create, you must destroy.
Like, Beerus
If you
has
split
told
that,
me-
if you split that type of power, it's going to create even more problems.
What Beerus has
True.
told me is before creation comes destruction. I don't know if that has to do with anything here, but
Just directly.
In order to create, you have to destroy what was already there. That's just
To destroy, you
a
have
burden.
to create.
I've been
Can't
thinking this
destroy
over my
something that
head.
hasn't been created, and you can't.
But us going and trying to communicate or try to be nice with the gods, like, that's gonna make a difference. Like, if we go into the gods and say, like,
the one you want
oh,
is
we're trying
zero.
to...
mm-hmm.
Well,
But
when
we need to
went
get to
dead,
infinity before we get to 0. Where does Aftermath come in all of this?
You also have to get to 0 before someone like Dyrus messes with the Nexus point and wakes up 0.
so we have to act fast before an idiot like Emperor Dyrus does something.
I don't.
This is probably a
So
lot
we're gonna
probably
try
ironic
and
since I'm
how do we
insulting
get the
myself.
power from 0? What are we, like, sucking it out of him?
You kill him.
Can we kill the
That is his
Nexus point?
corporeal. That is his corporeal form.
So we just
We don't even
kill
need
the
to-
Nexus point.
We just need to kill 0.
You just need to kill 0. He controls the Nexus point.
How do we get him
You
out
kill
of it?
him, you take his power, then you control the Nexus point.
How do you get out of him? How do you get him out of that though?
Like,
Well, you can go into the Nexus point,
but
or
I'm pretty
you can
sure-
disturb the Nexus point and make him come out.
Yeah.
Which
Wouldn't we
if
rather
he's in eternal slumber, I
fight
feel like
him?
it's easier. I think it's easier to kill Sleeping Beauty than
Whereas,
you know.
how are we gonna
aggravated.
fight him though? That's what
ugly.
I'm confused about.
That's what I'm confused about as well.
We can't just, if
Like
we
I
go up to
said-
0, we're dead. If we go up to the next point, we're dead.
Whoa,
Like
maybe
I said,
we need
it's
to treat it
probably
like
a
we
lot
did.
easier to. Like I said, it's probably a lot easier to kill Sleeping Beauty than aggravated ugly. So,
And as I
You
said
just
before,
repeated
the
yourself.
hammer could have helped us, but it
That's
isn't
why-
really
Wouldn't he
as
be
hard
more
as I say.
powerful in the Nexus point? Or is that not how that works?
Well, the reason why Zero's in the Nexus point is because he has to hold the strains of time and space together. Like I said,
So
the Nexus.
would he be weaker?
The Nexus weaves. Who here has heard about how the multiverse weaves out like a web?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I explained it.
There has to be a spider in order for there to be a web. Zero's the spider. So you can kill him, and you can become the new spider that takes over his original home, or you can destroy it all and make a new web. But in this case, you'd be doing a bit of both.
We'd be destroying 90% of the web.
And keeping the first few threats.
But that's the thing.
Unless you want to destroy the Nexus reality, or not the Nexus, unless you want to destroy the core realities, that's up to you.
So this is where it starts to concern me. So let's say that all of this works, everything that you're telling us that we have to do. Doesn't that just mean that the nothing has less ground to cover?
The multiverse did make it to where it was harder for the last reality to clear everything out. That is true.
So
Oh, that was the end of your
So if we
sentence,
take
so-
out if we take out all
So
of
the
this
nothing-
and we keep the 7 realities, we're gonna have to be like massively on guard.
and we have to be faster and quicker.
We'd be like really
Than anyone.
superheroes. Well, 3 of us.
No.
It is hard. It is easier to defend 7 realities than an unfathomable number of realities.
An infinite number of realities.
But that's where the issue comes in. If you come out, remember, people a part of the last reality are able to counter the gods' powers, because the gods didn't create the last reality. So if the last reality kill, let's say, 3 of you are gods, and they kill you, well, then it's over.
Oh, okay.
That's why the gods don't really get involved with the last reality, because, well, what happened when a god did get involved with the last reality?
You got
He
fried.
died.
Well, couldn't Zero fight the nothing?
Zero can fight the nothing, but Zero's currently holding all the space and time together.
And if
So
Zero
if he
gets
lets
left,
that go,
then
then nothing will
started
get what he
and-
wants.
nothing.
Not really, because the
Well, I
Nexus point isn't disturbed, so Zero doesn't have to. The Nexus point does that. The Nexus point holds the webs, the strand of the web. Zero doesn't have to hold that himself, unless the Nexus point is disturbed. But that's the thing. The last reality, they can never truly get to the Nexus reality because of the multiverse. It's too vast. They're too busy
Still
focusing on the
trying to
wrong
find it.
things.
But once we...
To me, it seems like you have a double-edged sword.
What happens if
Wait,
So-
when we kill Zero, what happens to Infinity and Aftermath?
They stay alive.
And they just are other parts of this. They just live amongst the 7 core realities, and maybe they could help us. Or they might band together and fight against us.
Once you become gods, you can choose to do whatever you want with your powers. I'm not deciding that for you. If you want to choose to empower people to protect realities, go ahead. If you choose to keep Infinity and Aftermath around to protect what they want as well, go ahead. If you choose to just kill them, go ahead.
I just know that once we do this, we need to make sure that we're ready, because the last reality's coming.
Yeah,
Immediately.
Once you clear out all the realities, that'll really narrow it down for the last reality.
They'll get there really quick.
Is Zero like
Almost
all
instantaneously.
seen? Because couldn't he, after we start putting this in the, like, couldn't he just see all of this, or is that not how he works?
No.
I don't
No,
mean outside
Zero-
of time, I mean like when we start doing stuff in time. Like is the all
Oh,
seeing,
yeah,
or is
Zero
he just-
Zero is able to watch over everything.
Okay, yeah, so he is all
Like how Deadeye was able to. But that's the thing, Zero is
Just
asleep.
asleep. Wow, That means that Deadeye was a lot more powerful than we ever thought.
And wait, are we talking about current stage Deadeye or back when he was the god of all
No,
god?
when he was the god of all gods, he had Zero's power.
Mm-hmm.
And
He was a lot more powerful than we could have ever thought.
we nearly took him out that day.
Yeah. But
That was most because of enough crime?
yeah, Grimey helped us a lot. But it just... he didn't know as much as Zero knew. Or knows. But, I mean... does Zero have more power than him? Because he doesn't have all of his power.
Okay, before we all get
Buddy.
separated.
Deadeye.
Alex.
What do you want?
Zero's source of power is infinite. He doesn't run out of power because the Nexus point exists.
Well, I know this is kind of a dumb question to ask, but out of the 7 core realities, what happens if one got destroyed and got replaced by another? Or is that
Well,
even
if one of the
possible?
7 core realities got destroyed, yeah, another one would replace that reality. Because the Nexus reality would branch from that point and repair that
What if
part
we
of the
destroyed
web.
the Nexus reality? If
Then
that's
everything
possible.
ends.
Okay. So, we know... there's a couple of things that we know. We know that we have to go to the Nexus reality. Because if he leaves, then that leaves it unguarded, which is a really bad thing. So we know that we have to go to him. What we don't know is, well, what's uncertain is whether we wake him up or not, because we could. I don't know. It's still up to whatever Infinity says how
Again.
we have to kill him. Another thing that we know.
If we go to Zero, he'll get involved, and then he'll test, as the developer said earlier on, the reset button.
Well, yeah. Which is why
We won't even have enough time to speak to him
which is why we don't speak to him.
before he just...
We strangle him, in a sense.
Well, if Zero wanted to reset everything,
It was a fucking metaphor. God,
if
this
Zero,
is what I'm
if
talking
Zero
about,
were to wake
Raptor.
up now and see the multiverse how it is, then yes, he would want to destroy it all. But if you guys wake him up, he won't be focusing on what's happening in the multiverse. He'll be focusing on you all.
So we have to wake him up. We just don't wake
this.
him up. We don't wake him up indirectly. We wake him up directly. And we know another thing. We're gonna have to kill him. Like, that's just, we're gonna have to kill him. And we have to do it unguarded, because if he's on guard when we do it, we stand no chance. And there's
And
another
killing
thing
the other
that
2
we
gods
know.
isn't really worth it either.
Another thing that we know is that 3 of us are going to take the place as the 3 gods. Who are those 3 going to be out of the 4 of us?
That sounds like a later question.
Well, we're probably not gonna be united for a while, so we should probably figure it out.
Still sounds like a later question. You don't want to set everything in stone.
Yeah,
All of you have lives. And like I said, it's more burden than glory. Well, anyways, it seems you all have gotten it all figured out.
Raptor, figure out how to get back to the current timeline.
Don't you think I'm trying?
Well, this has been a lovely, lovely meeting. I'll see you all never again. Bye.